right, guys, welcome back. We down here to knock out another one, man. I hope everybody weekend was good. I'm filming this Sunday morning, early Sunday morning. The kids and the wife are still asleep, so I was able to, get up, have some time to knock out some content, come downstairs, just kind of reflect and chill in some peace and quiet. So before the kids get up, man, it's cool to try to just take advantage of some time just to get some work done. I was with them all yesterday. I had a bunch of haircuts yesterday. Then the wife had a girls' night out. She deserved that. So I had the kids at night. It's the one time I'm able to just like really just sit down and just have some time to myself. So I'm gonna take advantage of it. Watched a little bit of college football yesterday. My Badgers got stomped out. I don't know why they put Alabama on the schedule. Like, why? What was the point? Like, I don't know. And I feel like that didn't really make us better either. We lost 42-10, but man, shout out to them. Hopefully they bounce back when they get into Big Ten play. So my Packers play today. We're gonna be down Jordan Love. We play the Colts. So I don't know. Hopefully we can do what we do and manage to sneak that game out and some other ones while he's nursing his injury, and then he could come back and like pick up where he left off. But yeah, we got church today. We got a few haircuts, nothing crazy like yesterday. But yeah, man, the day ain't too busy. Hopefully by 2, I'm free with everything and can, just chill and do some stuff with the family, maybe go to the store or whatever, get the grass done. I don't know. But yeah, today's topic is one that kind of hits home because my wife and I, like, we young parents. We got a 2-year-old and we got an 8-month-year-old. And we are in the stage now where we trying to learn our kids as they get older and figure out what best suits them in terms of how we parent. And we had a situation not too long ago where that topic really came up, and it took us sitting down and have a conversation to figure out what roles are best suited for which people in the relationship based off just our personality and our upbringing. And that just got me thinking, like, damn, this would be a dope topic to talk about and just ask questions about, because the way I grew up was different from the way she grew up. So our mindset on certain things is different. Just by, just naturally is different. So in terms of parents having set roles, my to me, I feel like the way I was raised, the man is supposed to protect and provide. Work hard to provide and bring home enough, bread to take care of the house and take care of needs of the kids, the groceries, the mortgage, all of that, the bills. And if the kids have, needs, and even if the wife says she needs some, bread, you supposed to be responsible for that just as a man. And then, protecting everybody, God forbid a burglar break into the house, I have to be the first one up to defend the family. If we out and we just going somewhere casually and somebody feels the urge to bother us, I have to be in between that. Even so much as if when my kids get older and they want to start dating and they bring people to this house, like, I should be between all of that and monitoring and seeing, okay, who are you and what do you want with my daughter? Like, I feel like it's my role to be that person to know, like, okay, I can't play with her because her daddy here. Mom here too, but I definitely will have to deal with her dad if I had ill will for this girl. So that's my thought process. And in terms of the woman, still work to provide. I would never say all you got to do is just sit at home and take care of the babies and make my dinner when I get home. Like, no, I understand what time we living in, and like, just I would never want to put that on a woman, especially if that wasn't what she wanted to do. But I do feel like it's okay for a woman to work and help provide, and take care of some of the bills. My wife works and definitely helps me, take care of some of the bills, but it's not on her to like where you got to do that, or we ain't get to be married. Like, no, like, she chooses to work and I support her. Like, my wife is the nurturer. We got two girls, so like, I definitely, with some stuff, I fall back and let her deal with the girls in a certain way, just for that mother bond, and just because she know more. She a woman, so she know and can recognize and understand certain things about the girls that I don't, just because I'm not a girl. So in terms of nurturing, pampering, and teaching them like basic like stuff for like hygiene and all that, like, that's her. Like, in terms of singing songs before bed, that's her. Doing certain little cooking things in the kitchen. Like, don't get me wrong, guys could teach little girls how to cook, but between her and I, it hits harder with her doing that type of stuff. But in terms of like discipline, I definitely have to take the lead on that in the household when it comes to our kids. Now, there are certain times that I feel it's necessary she talk to them about certain stuff, because they're gonna get it better from her opposed to the way I might say it, especially depending on what it is. But as far as discipline goes, I pretty much am the one that if the girls are told not to do something and they keep doing it, they got to deal with me. And they know that. So when I come in the house and we've told our 2-year-old not to do something and she did it anyway, she got to deal with me. Like, yeah, her mom will talk to her and she'll be in trouble with her mom, but ultimately, like, she got to deal with me. So that's kind of our dynamic, but it's all situational based too. But I can't knock certain parents who do their households different, because personalities are different. You could have a couple where the mom is a little more masculine and she takes on certain roles of the house just because it's gonna better suit the kids. Like, it better suits. It's gonna hit harder when it comes to discipline, or she knows more about a certain topic that a man typically might do with the kids. Let's say the mom worked on cars her whole life and she know about cars more than the dad, so she might give her son advice on cars over the husband. And I feel like common sense would just be like the husband should just, take a back seat and learn something too from his wife when it comes to cars. So it's all situational based. But I'd rather have a household or a couple that do stuff different than we do, opposed to like a household where one parent is just absent. Or it's two parents in the house, but one parent don't do anything. They lazy and they depend on the other parent to basically cover the whole load. I ain't with that. Whether it be the husband or the wife or the girlfriend or the boyfriend or whatever. I feel like both, at the end of the day, both parents should be talking amongst each other and working together to figure out what's the best way to handle things to get through to our kids the best way. And we had that conversation, like I said, not too long ago with our kids when it comes to the discipline and just teaching them certain stuff. It's certain things that I have to do that are going to stick harder and get through better to my kids opposed to my wife if she did it. There are some things when it comes to other stuff that is that like it's going to have a bigger impact if she does it opposed to if I do it. And I feel like as a couple, ego's got to be willing to be put to the side. And at the end of the day, the kids are what has to matter at the end of the day before anything. Pride can't come into picture because now you're not thinking about the kids when it comes to certain situations. You thinking about yourself. And I feel like that's wrong. For example, if it was a mom and a dad, and the mother was set on doing the baby's hair, the little lady's hair, and like, I want to do her hair, I want to do her hair. But the father is a professional stylist and does hair all day, is one of the best stylists in the area. I feel like the woman should probably concede to the dad in that situation because of expertise. Just like I gave the example with the mother who knew about cars. So I feel like pride can't be so high that you're not thinking about what's best for the kid. And I just feel like first of all, in today's society, it's kind of marriage in a two-parent household is slowly starting to kind of not be the norm, which is sad. I know I never just wanted kids without being married. Like, yeah, I have a past and I was definitely not the most responsible at times and, doing certain things. And I could have had a kid, without being married in the past. Like, fortunately, that didn't happen. But I could never see myself with my two kids I have now without my wife. Like, I can't picture or with anybody else. Like, I can't, nothing comes to mind. So, like, I need my wife. I cannot, this household would not be what it is without my wife. And we not perfect. We learning every day. It's like I said, our kids are 2 about to be 3 in 8 months. Like, we haven't been doing parenting that long. And another thing I've learned just with parenting is you get to know your partner more based off of how they handle situations. Like with our previous situation, I learned something about my wife that I didn't necessarily know before because of what occurred, and I learned something about her past. So that's one of the beautiful things with parenting. Like, the more you try to get to know your kids, the more you can find out about how your wife and how they were raised, or your husband how he was raised. So I think that's a dope part of the journey. But I think it's something that you got to be open to and willing to learn every day and not be stuck in your ways. And also not realize just because you were raised a certain way, that doesn't necessarily mean that's the best way for your kids. So I feel like as parents, man, you got to do some self-reflecting about yourself and ask yourself, like, man, was that the most healthy thing for me when my parents did that to me? Should I be doing that to my kids? Is that going to benefit my kids? I know I had to go through that, but did it have the best effect on me? I don't know if I should be pushing that on my kids. Like, for example, spankings. Like, I got spankings growing up, and I know that molded me a certain way to help me think about consequences going forward. So in my eyes, giving a kid a spanking under the qualifying circumstances, I feel is beneficial. But I'm a boy. It's a little different when you got two girls. So I still think that's appropriate, but I definitely have to have that be a means of, like, a last resort. That's never gonna be no go-to punishment in our household. If our kid is 6 years old and we've told them something multiple times during the week and they didn't listen and disregarded to what was said, spanking might be an option for them, and they should have that fear of that's looming. But because I have little girls, I feel like if I had a son, it may be a little different just because I know how it molded me. But I definitely don't want to take, just because it helped me, take that and let that be a means on my daughters. Because I feel like y'all could disagree with me on this, but boys and girls are different. And I want to be able to be firm with my girls, but also at times find a better way to get through to them besides putting my hands on them. Because first of all, I never want to have to give a spanking in the first place. All a spanking to me is punishment in that moment, and it serves as a means for kids to think about consequences in the future. If they feel like cutting up in class and they know their parents told them multiple times that you're gonna get a spanking, and they felt a spanking before, it's going to make them think. Any rational kid is going to cause them to think and think about stuff. Okay, let me think about my actions. I don't want to get in trouble when I get home. I know I'm gonna have to deal with my dad, and I know he said he gonna do this if I keep cutting up. So that's all it serves as for me. But it's other stuff too. Like I'll take stuff away if we've told them multiple times to not do something, or we told them they can't have that and they took it anyway. Like, I'm gonna take stuff away. But at the end of the day, like, it's all about my wife and me coming together and trying to figure out, okay, what's the most effective way to get through to these kids, and what's the most effective way to grow them. Because in this world today, man, like, it's so much stuff out there with social media, just the sex culture, other stuff, lifestyle, all that stuff is just out there, and it's up to us to prepare our kids for that world together, and to show them a good example of how a man is supposed to move, how a woman is supposed to move. Just being in this world, because my dad gave me a good example of how a man is supposed to conduct himself and how he's supposed to be. And my mom did the same way. So that's what we trying to do with our kids. I definitely would love to have feedback and tips from parents, older parents who've been doing it, because like it all helps, and we not too proud to learn at the end of the day, because we not perfect people, we not perfect parents, and we definitely have room to grow. But I'm looking forward to growing with these kids, growing with my wife, just getting better at parenting, because it's a blessing at the end of the day. Like, it's tough. Like, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. We had days last week where it's like, man, we can't even have 5 minutes. We can't even eat our dinner without the kids. They ain't being bad, but they just a lot just at this age, because they still dependent. The 2-year-old can do more stuff, but she still like need us for certain things. And it's hard to just want to just sit down and just watch a show with the wife real quick and eat. And they there. They got to eat. They playing, or our little one got into something and we got to get up and get hurt. Or the 2-year-old just being too loud and we got to tell her, hey, baby, like, calm down. Or they fighting amongst each other over toys. It'd be a lot, man. And like, I work long days. She work long days. So it's like, even when we get off, man, that don't mean we off the clock. So yeah, we go through a lot with the girls, but it's definitely, a blessing. And it's gonna take a lot of prayer from above and just us making sure. Another dope thing I would say with parenting is, and another helpful tip I would give is to make sure your partner's straight. Like, if you look at them and just see they overwhelmed, like Danielle, my wife is named Danielle. If I see she a little overwhelmed, just tell her, like, hey, baby, like, go upstairs and take a little time to yourself. I'll take the girls. And if she do that with me, vice versa. And sometimes when I cut hair, she has to be solo with the girls. So when I come up, I'll tell her, like, hey, you go. You want to run out, go to the store. You want to go, just have some time away. Take that time. And I feel like as parents, we should be able to recognize cues and signals when the other one just need 5 minutes. Like I said, our kids ain't bad, but they kids. They 2 and they 8 months, and that's a lot. They little girls, it could be a lot, but at the end of the day, like I said, it's a blessing, and I wouldn't change anything. And I'm looking forward to just trying to be. I'm just simply playing this. So I'm just trying to be a good dad for them going forward, man. And as parents, I'm not gonna force them to try to do anything or live through them. I just want whatever they like. I want to be a part of. Like I played ball growing up. I have a basketball hoop outside that I still shoot hoops when I can just to unwind. You will never see me having those girls out there forcing them to play ball. Like if they want to do it, cool. But if not, like that's cool too. And that's another thing with just parenting. Just because we did something, we had a passion, that doesn't mean that oh, you need to do this too. Like, no, I can introduce them to it. They don't want to do it. Shit, that's cool too. Like, baby, what do you want to do? So, but yeah, man, that was my little rant on that. Like I said, it is no book. It is books on parenting, but it's no like set way to do things. Now, I definitely think men should be providers and protectors, and women definitely should be nurturers and just bring the warmth to the home. But that doesn't mean like just because I feel like that, it may be certain households where it works if maybe the mom does a little bit more of that and the dad does a little bit more of the other thing. But it's a house to house basis. And each house has to figure out the best way to get through their kids to ultimately make their kids succeed. That's what we trying to do. And hopefully that's what y'all on too. But yeah, man, this video wasn't too long, so I'm gonna edit it up. Just finish up some little tasks around the house. I got a haircut at 9, and I got one at 10, so I got a little more time to just chill and enjoy it to myself before them kids get up. So I love y'all, man. Y'all have a happy Sunday, man. Hopefully y'all have productive days, man. Hopefully y'all can get out to church and just, man, enjoy the rest of the weekend, man. That's what we're going to do over here. So y'all take it easy and tap in with me with the next one too. And the channel is Cut Talk 525 Podcast, man. Please tap in with me. Check out the content, some of the barber videos, some of the other little interviews, man. And just, give me feedback. Let me know if you like what I'm doing, man, because it all helps and is appreciated. So y'all take it easy.